Hi everyone, my name's Dana Haynes, artist by design. So today I'm going to cover watercolor and basically watercolor pens because I've never really used them before. I've used them once. And this is kind of optimization, just playing with it and going with the flow and seeing where it takes you and see how I like them. So here I am, I'm kind of wetting my paper down and going to put on my base coat and just kind of explore with water. But I can tell you this, I am really glad that we didn't have to do videos back in the day just to promote a website because my kids were young and I could just see myself hiding in a closet somewhere trying to talk to a video without one of them interrupting. I went with an automation kind of free flow technique just because I haven't watercolored in several years and I've been into fractals and I love watching the water spread like that and kind of break out like that. I wanted to see if I could get it to do that with watercolor. I thought that would be the easiest medium to use to do that. This isn't supposed to be anything spectacular. It's just something that I'm going to use multiple times. I came up with the challenge. Basically, I wanted to see if I could take this as a background and use it 365 different ways. Basically, I need something for social media and to spread the word about me, so this is my challenge. On one front, it's me playing around with watercolors and just seeing how it goes. And the other is going to be a design challenge. So it's going to be a multimedia project by the end of it because I'm actually learning how to edit video and everything else on top of this. So this is just me learning. I'm learning about the watercolor pens, which what I've found is they're a cross between using felt tips and actual watercolor, which I kind of like because I usually when I try and draw out some kind of design, I'll use felt tip to color it in. But this comes across, you can blend like you can with a watercolor. If you do know how to watercolor, you can blend like that, or you can use it like you would a felt tips for more solid color, and you don't get the marks in it that you would using a cheap felt tip or something. So I like them. They're not everybody's cup of tea, but I actually kind of do like them. And in this part, basically what I'm doing is I'm following the watercolor. My lighting's a little bright for this, for you to see, but I'm making it fractal out. Like if I was using a digital program, it would be taking a fractal and playing with it. This is kind of where I got the concept to do this to begin with. Just freestyle there. And it turns out really nice. But see, I can go back and I can add harsher lines and put more shading into an already done piece of watercolor. And you can, where the splats are, you can make those kind of frack out, as I call it. I kind of started doing this in acrylic, and it turned out really nice. It was very therapeutic because the first time that I did it, not on my computer, I was like, oh no, I'm sitting there, I had a really bad day and I put some water on a canvas and I just let the water flow. And then I added the acrylic to it. And that's kind of what I did with the watercolor here today. Um, this is way simpler than what I came up with in the acrylic. But I enjoy it. It's very relaxing. It's meditative. It kind of gets you in the zone and gets you, focused on your art and, just kind of zone there, when you get in that place. So what I'm finding is I'm actually enjoying going back and doing traditional art and just getting to zone like that because digital is so much more, I don't know, stressful. Well, stressful, not stressful. I enjoy it, don't get me wrong, but you don't have to, you can just flow with it. You don't have to pay attention as much. You don't have to, use this software, that software. You can just, let your mind float. I kind of got that way towards photography, that it just kind of came automatically. And with digital, it's automatic. Like working on a fractal piece, you can get in the zone and stuff like that. But just doing basic design work, sometimes that's a little different. This, to me, is going back to my roots and kind of looking at it with different set of eyes, because I learned to watercolor, when I was 13 with professional watercolors. And these watercolors that I'm using are kind of mid-grade. They're not top of the line. And I did that because I want to finish out my portfolio, and I wasn't sure that I was going to do more watercoloring after I kind of rounded it out. So here we are, me playing like a little kid again. And sometimes you do got to get right back to the basics and just kind of clean everything off your plate, everything you've learned, and start back at the beginning. I went back and I started to draw, and I hadn't been drawing on a pen with a pencil and a piece of paper in a long time, where I'd learned how to do it digitally. I still, when I used a regular, just plain old, like I was 8 years old again, drawing on a piece of paper, I found that my skills had backslide just a tad. So there's a reason that I'm going back through my portfolio and redoing some of this stuff, is because they're all basic foundation of your skills. And I don't want to lose my skills. It's why even though I'm going through the health issues, that I took the job at Mom's 365 as a photographer, even going in a couple hours, which is really stressful on me health-wise, I could still practice what I'd been doing for the last 10 years. I didn't want to lose the skills. And when you don't do something every day, you backslide. So I'm finding that, yes, I understand it and I know how to do it. It's just getting back to where I was. So for me, it's basically, you just keep making sure you practice those skills. While I still have those skills, they're not where they used to be, and I want to get them back. So, I'm kind of going through the portfolio and making sure that I am using those skills every day. And you can do digital, but it really, digital and traditional art are basically, they're different mediums, and you need to make sure you don't lose skills, you know. So I intend to make a video probably once a week, probably more. We'll see how it goes, but this is the start of it. I needed to make sure that I knew how to do video before I plunged right in. So hopefully you enjoyed.